Do you find this cute? What about this? You may have said yes. However, this should not be the case. Pet obesity is a rising epidemic in the UK and around the world. The PDSA poll report of 2020 reported that during lockdown, 8% of dogs gained weight, while 6% of cats gained weight, 3% of rabbits gained weight. Experts have noted and commented on this fact.
I started this surgery in 2005. The big problem in our society is obesity. So the underlying problem I can understand from an owner's point of view is they just want to do what's best for the animals.
This is Adila, and this is her pet, Billy. I asked Adila about her conventional habits as a pet owner.
She begs every morning, every lunchtime, and every dinner. But it's a matter of not giving it to her if she's begging for it, because as soon as you do that, as soon as you start giving her food when she asks for it, she will keep asking and asking, and then she can be overweight and then obese, and then that's a problem. So what I do is I personally ignore her until I think it's necessary for her to eat.
Overtreating is a major factor in contributing to pet obesity. The poll report also showed that 16% of owners admitted to overtreating their dogs, while 17% their cats and 14% their rabbits. Veterinary nutritionist Dr. Lindsay Bullen explains why.
When we don't have time to invest physically and emotionally, we end up showing our affection in the form of calories. And unfortunately, that leads to obesity. Pet food companies are still behind. Things are still back ordered because they just cannot fill the void that was created last March. And they can't keep up with the current demand as well.
The Telegraph newspaper found that Nestle, one of the top pet food companies' profits, beat expectations at £4.9 billion this year. I asked Adila how often she feeds her cat treats.
So because I live in a family, you don't often communicate like, oh, you give her this treat and I give her this treat. It's usually like when you feel like she starts begging for it, like proper kind of begging. When she starts meowing for the food, then you're like, okay, maybe she wants something. So you give her a few little like nibbles.
Likewise, Dr. Stoneman highlights the importance of limiting your pet's food intake.
And people think they have to exercise the weight off. It plays a role, but it's not really that. It's feeding. The quantities and the quality of food plays a big role.
Post-lockdown research found that 82% of dog owners said that they walk their dog once a day or more, of which only 42% are walked for less than 30 minutes at a time. 84% of dog owners said that they felt their pet was an ideal weight. 73% of owners said their cat is of an ideal weight. The report showed that lockdown had been affecting human behavior as well as cat behavior, as the survey showed that 6% of cats developed a higher rate of meowing and vocalizing, while 4% had started begging for food. 52% of owners did not know what their cat weighed, whilst 85% of veterinary respondents said that the practice offers clinics or specialist advice on overweight and obese cats.
Having an obese animal is not kind. It's quite the opposite, actually. It's a known fact that obesity leads to many clinical problems. So yeah, diet, food, these are important aspects that I think often are not really seen in perspective by the clients.
So, being stuck at home is not an excuse to neglect your pet's health. Hanya Sajid, Roehampton University.